What's up, guys? This is Justin from the Board Game Losers, and we are back with our playthrough of Dungeon Crusade by Grooves Games Unlimited. Pretty good last round if you watched that. So let's just get straight to it. Starting with the Upkeep Phase. We don't have any afflictions. We do have our torches, so we're going to make our roll for our torches on 1 or 2. Torches go out. We will start with our paladin and then go to our battle mage. Torch does not go out for the paladin or the battle mage. Awesome. Initiative tokens. We're of course going to do our standard 1, 2, 3 for the paladin, and then we're gonna do 4, 5, 6 for our battle mage. We cannot teleport track. We don't do anything with that because we don't have anything. All of our quests completed, and that quickly, the hero phase is complete. Let's go to the encounter phase. I'm just not doing this. Let's pull an encounter, and we get Interlude. Not far from your position, you can make out a dark and damp antechamber where many plague rats scurry about, busily climbing on wooden coffins that reside within. So cool. We get a reprieve, although actually last time, if you remember, we got a fairly decent event encounter. We didn't really have anything going on. Guardian phase. Remember, we already have out our 3. So we don't have to roll anything for the Guardian phase. So we're going to go straight to the hero phase. This time, remember, we're going to think with the Paladin, kind of as a game plan. We're going to move over, try to take out the Wraith, the Shadow Servant, that's over there. And then potentially take on Widow. And then, excuse me, and then the Battle Mage is basically just going to be sprinting across the map, trying to get over here where the rest of the minions are, and kind of catch up, and maybe actually take out, or maybe try to fight Dreadthorn. We'll see. It's kind of going to be iffy because she doesn't have any more healing. So, actually, you know what? I think what we're going to do is we'll end up starting with Albus so that he can run this, this healing potion that Paladin has to her, because he's got 2 Ultra Juices and 2 uses of his, Angel for Essence. She has no other way of healing herself, so I think we may actually do that. Yeah, I think pretty sure that's what we're going to do. Okay, so let's start with the hero phase with our Paladin. His first activation, 2 actions, and see what he does. Alright, here we are with our Paladin. You can see he's actually very close to Dreadthorn right there. But he is going to move first. Oh no, I just realized that there is a trap right there on the way that he needs to go through. That is unfortunate. Oh well. We'll see what happens. Maybe he won't get hurt too bad. Alright. D6 plus 4 for his movement. Or no, actually, take that back. I'm going to run Albus twice. So that's 14 plus 12. That's 26. And Albus is going to take Healing Potion with him. So 26. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. So he literally ran to the other side of the map. Alright, so he's taken care of. Alright, cool. Right, what's next? Yeah, Paladin. Moving D6 plus 4. So an 8. So plenty. 1, 2, 3. Gonna fight the Shadow Servant. So let's go set up the Shadow Servant fight. Alright, here we go. So we have Spiritual, Arcane, and Physical. So all three of these are pretty good for him. All the relevant items are out here. And we're going to roll. We're doing Arcane. So none of those items that are out here actually help him. It doesn't matter what we choose. We'll use the Sword of the Heavens just to use something different. Oh, no. Well, it doesn't matter. This would actually give us, because of the enemy type, would actually do 4 damage. But all it needs is 2, so we're not going to worry about that. So we'll use the sword since he is a paladin. With Arcane, we get +1 to that. So we need an 11. So we need a 10 plus. Just to hit with one of these is all we need to do. If we miss, if we miss, we're going to take a damage. So, wow, okay, 6, 7, 8. We get +1. So we miss. So he does take a damage. So he goes from 7 to 6. But with our +1, we do hit with the final strike die. So we do actually end up killing him. Great. 19 plus... Oh, jeez. 18. Of course, once again, in board game loser fashion, 1 short. And the Shadow Servant comes off the board. That is awesome. Bye-bye, Shadow Servant. Okay. So next we'll continue on moving. And we got one more move. We're going to end up moving over a trap. Unfortunately. But we're going to head towards Red Widow, I think. Alright, here we are. So we're going to take our next action for this first activation. And we're going to move. 3 plus 4, that's a total of 7. Complete that activation. We're going to go 1, 2, land on a trap. Oh, crap. It is an actual trap. Oh, Lord. Let me grab the trap deck. Alright, so here's our trap deck. We're going to give it a shuffle. And a cut. And our trap is the Pit and the Pendulum. I swear we keep pulling like half the same ones. We've seen this one before. Tracking down a long corridor, this hero notices blood spatters upon the wall. Suddenly a loud swoosh is heard from behind, followed by a huge pendulum heading towards this hero. Test evade, 15, which becomes a 12. On a success, the hero dodges the pendulum. May proceed with a turn. On a fail, they are struck. Roll 2d6. The result is damage taken. And then we have to do a physical resistance check. If we fail, we are stricken with a physical affliction, and it ends our turn. Oh my god. Okay, an evade check. It should be a 15, which becomes a 12. We have 1 plus 3, so plus 4 to this roll. Looking for a 12 total. 15. Okay. Awesome. That 2d6 damage I was not looking forward to. And because we passed that, we actually get to finish out our movement. And I believe I said we had 7. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Technically, he hasn't seen him yet. I think this is blocking him, but it's not really gonna matter because we're doing our next activation and we are gonna run in and attack him anyway. So let's roll it up. 5 total. So 1, as soon as he hits him, that will put him in line of sight. So technically, we are going to take and place these tokens, these tracking tokens, 1 on Red Widow, 1 on our Paladin, to denote that. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and he's beside her. So let's set this fight up and see what he can do. It's quite unfortunate. I really thought that that -6 was going to help do more damage. So this is his 3rd activation. First action. He is running. He's going to get a +4 to this. So a D6 +4. That's a 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And 1 more. Okay, another 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that is him. And that takes care of him. So we're now going to go to our Battle Mage, who is just running across the map. So this looks to be another short episode. All right, here we are with our Mage right here in the corner. She's basically heading this direction. She gets a D6 +6. So that's 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And her next actionless activation. Moving again. That's a 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. Her. Whoops. Oh gosh, where's she at? Right here, right? Yeah. Next, 5th activation. First action. 2, 7. That's horrible. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Next action. 8. Not much better. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Last activation. 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, 7. And I think. Oh, that was her last activation, though. Alright. 8, 9, 10. Yeah. So she's. Oh, you can't see her. Let me move this over where you can see her. She's way in the corner. So she ended up all the way over here in the corner. So she went. I thought about stopping here at this mining site, but I think I would rather go ahead and take out these orc archers, and like take care of that, get that quest over with, let Razorfang come in, and that will give me like some context of where I want to go next. In the dungeon. If he's close by, that may change what I do, and I'd rather know where he's going to come out before I start running all over the place. Although she could probably help kill Red Widow, because she's good at 2 out of the 3. Mythical, and well, she's decent at mythical now, and of course arcane. She got a 4 in that, so that may be the better route. But that takes care of our heroes. Now we're going to go to the monster movement, and we need to remember that we do have a tracking guardian. So when we get to that point, that guardian is going to be tracking, moving towards our paladin. Red Widow is, and not just moving wherever it wants. Okie doke. So we're going to the big screen, and first thing we have to do actually is add 1 minion. Alright, so here's our minion deck, level 2s, and we've got a Green Goblin Footman, and that makes 5. We don't have any archers that we need to put out, so we will place the Goblin Footman. Alright, and we're going to place the Goblin Footman at location, where's the D8? 6. So he's going up here in the corner. So now let's do movement. Our D6 and our patrol route. Starting with the blue orc archer, he's right here on the sinkhole. Wow, he got a 6. So he's going 9. Gonna choose orange. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Red skeletal grunt. He's over here. D6 plus 2. Wow, 8 choosing blue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Green orc archer over here in the corner. That is a D6 plus 3, so that's 4 plus 3 is 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, just barely missing becoming rating, with our hero being right here. Red Orc Archer, who is right here. D6 again, +3. Gosh, 9, choosing purple, so going back the way they came. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And finally, the Green Goblin Footman that we just placed way over here. Green, oh gosh, 6. He's got 9 movement. And he's going green, which is this top route. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It says for him, when a raiding goblin, well, he's not raiding, so it doesn't matter. So that takes care of all the minions. Now, let's do our Guardians Dreadthorn. 4 quadrants. So the first quadrant going purple, which is also blue, so that's 1. Second move, that's blue's the same way we just came, green. That's 2. Blue, that's 3. And this blue's the way we just, excuse me, just came. Orange, right there. Okay. Then Red Widow. Remember, Red Widow is targeting, tracking our Paladin. Alright, so the way that that's going to work, she's going to move from quadrant to quadrant to get to the hero. And once she lands on the quadrant with the hero, she is going to... well, let me just read you what it says. It says, if a Guardian ends this movement and there's a tracked hero in the adjacent quadrant, move the Guardian within this quadrant's boundary. Place the Guardian in a square on the Guardian's current quadrant as close as possible. Proceed to combat if it's adjacent. Tracking Guardian does not use the patrol route die. It always moves towards the tracked hero. It moves simply from quadrant to quadrant until the Guardian reaches the hero or it's out of movement. So it's going to move, as I understand it, she's going to go from here. So she has a 3 quadrant, right? So she's going to go 1, 2. Now, let's say, just as an illustration, imagine that nothing else is here. If our Paladin had been, say, right here, or no, sorry, right... Let's say he was right here. Her third movement would have been to this spot. She wouldn't have had enough movement to get to him. Like, she can move to the quadrant, to the spawn point, then once she gets to that point, then she moves to him. But it takes, like, the rest of that movement to get to him on the board. That's the way that I understand it from the rulebook. Now, the quick reference guide kind of alludes differently, because it says, tracking Guardian moves differently. Tracking does not move through spawn points, skull piles, because it always moves towards the tracked hero. The tracking Guardian simply moves from quadrant to quadrant to adjacent quadrant until the Guardian reaches the hero. When a tracking Guardian reaches a quadrant with a tracked hero, place it next to the hero and proceed to combat. So, yeah, so according to the Evolved, or at least what's in the Quick Reference Guide, which is what I'm going to go by, once it lands on the quadrant, it's going to go next to the hero. Now, let's say that let's say that she ended all her moves. So this isn't actually it, but let's say that she can move 3. Let's say this was her third quadrant, and he was sitting right there. Say she had that was her last move. So she would get as close as she could within that quadrant to him, like that, and then still be tracking him. But if she moved, she got as her last quadrant, she moved there as close as she can, and let's say that he was right there. It says if the Guardian ends its movement and there's a tracked hero in the adjacent quadrant, place the Guardian and Squirrel on the Guardian's current quadrant as close as possible. Proceed to combat. So she would still be tracking him, but she couldn't see him. Also, you check line of sight. So he could evade in a chamber. Like, he could go into a chamber and try to evade out of her. But if he can manage to get out of line of sight, so let's say even like behind these barrels, and she ends right there. He's behind those barrels, right? Whoops. Right here. She checked for 4. She does not have line of sight. Well, no, sorry, that's line of sight. 4 squares. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's say that he was here. She doesn't have line of sight to him. Even though she's on this edge of this quadrant, she doesn't have a line of sight of 4 to him. The tracking token would actually go away at that point. It's kind of odd, but it is what it is. So he's right there. She is attacking him. Now, it's important to note that she's attacking. All right? That means that he is only defending. So when she's rolling all these checks, he's only defending. Okay? And that means that he can't do any damage even if he's successful. Now, fortunately for us, he does have essence, so he can use his counterattack. So he will be using his counterattack. So, I'm not going to go to the battle cam for this. She's got spiritual, mythical, and arcane. She's going to use spiritual first. Now, he's got a choice to make. And in this case, he is going to exercise that choice. He's going to spend counterattack. He's going to go ahead and channel counterattack. During the monster phase, when a monster is about to attack you, the hero must select one phase of combat to attack in instead of defending, and he can use it at any level. So, for a single essence, he is going to, because that's his best stat, he's going to defend with everything else, but in this case, he is going to attack, and we'll just say he uses his sword. Not that it really matters. Now, it is important to note that her card says on defense, caught in the web happens. So, it is going to happen, actually. Because this warfare roll is going to be made against her. But he's got a +3 and then a 4 from a sheet. So he's got a +7, target number being 13. So he's got a good chance of at least hitting her for 3. Now, here's the cool thing. She already has 6 on her. If he hits her with this, guess what? She dies. 6 and 1 is 7. He has, what did I say? +7, 14. Yeah, 4 and 3. Yep. That's a 14, which is 1 over what we needed. So she comes in, she goes to attack. He manages to counterattack. Oh, I forgot to spend his essence. So he goes from 10 essence to 9 essence. He counterattacks and actually kills her. Yes. Awesome. Counterattack is amazing. Manages to kill her as she tries to attack him. So that is our second Guardian. She is gone. Bye-bye. That is our second completed Guardian. Awesome. 2 rolls with her card here. You can see we've got a 7 for gold and a 15. And of course we get 5 essence. So let's roll. First roll is a 15. Okay, sweet. So we get gold. We get a total of 300 gold. Boom. And we get an item. So with a 15, we drop. You gotta be kidding me. No way. Did I shuffle these? Alright, well, we have another item here. Dark item. Is similar to the staff we got earlier. No gold value, but look at that. 6 damage plus 8. Yeah. And you're using a D20 to hit instead of your regular dice. No, sorry. Using your regular dice to hit, but you got to do that saving throw of 13 plus. Yikes. That kind of sucks. Because we can't sell that. And I'm not going to say that we won't use it at some point, but they're extremely dangerous. So it's kind of scary. But I guess it is what it is. Because remember, we also have... this is the other one that he pulled. This is the... I guess the arcane version of that. Man. Of course, I mean, you know, hey, if you're wanting to kill something real bad, like I said, when we go to the end, and we're trying to fight those last monsters, specifically the Guardians, level 3s and 4s are not going to be easy. And depending on our terror level, it's the last thing we got to do to finish it off. It may be worth it. That was just our first roll, so we do get another roll. Oh my god, a 1. Okay, yeah. So, alright, sweet. Well, that is 2 out of 3. 2 out of 3, gone. All we need is one more Guardian. We'll finish that. Actually, okay, so if we finish that, one more Guardian, that finishes out our Guardian quest, and one more Archer finishes out our main quest. And the countdown will be on to Celebration Day. Cool. And with that, pretty awesome finale, let's just be honest. I think we're going to call that the end of the video. And, yeah, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for subscribing. I hope you're enjoying this. This one was a little bit shorter. And, hey, we're going to see you in the next video. Come back to the table. Let's continue the saga of Dungeon Crusade. Thank you guys. Love you guys. Play more games. See you guys in the next video. Bye-bye. See you on the flip side.